Our new UTV ammo.
That is badass. What is it?
We got this during one of our dinner dance auctions. So a lot of the proceeds from that dinner dance auction went to go buying this. It's outfitted for everything transport and medical wise that we could.
How can people support you guys?
They can support us by just donating to the fire department or look up the CKFD auxiliary.
Look at that. And does this go all the way down to like on those trails and things?
Yeah. Yeah. And it actually.
That's badass. Oh, I didn't even see that. Look at that. Holy shit.
Yeah, it floats like an old Cadillac.
That's badass. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm Jensen Hardline. We're going to take the Senator Highway from Crown King, Arizona to Prescott, Arizona. It's about 30 miles off-road. It's going to be about probably a 4-hour trip. We're going to start here and head up what's called the Impossible Railroad Road. It takes you from Cleator all the way up to Crown King. It's a series of really aggressive switchbacks, but otherwise it's 106 degrees here, and we're going to take advantage of the cool weather as much as we can, so stick around. Just to give you perspective on how steep this road is, as you leave Cleator, it's 106 degrees in Cleator. About 8-10 miles in, we're already at 90 degrees, a little bit over 90, and it's raining. So it really gives you a sense of the altitude changes. You probably can see it out the window there too, right? But man, you just go right up into those Bradshaws, it immediately changes to these oaks. You get some remnants, some century plants poking through the rocks. And as we go up this road, you see just all those cutouts from the railroad blasting their way through the granite. And we're just popping through there in the Jeep. You're making roads, making way for other vehicles as you go. You're kind of sharing and give a little bit of thumbs up as you go. But as you get closer to Crown King, you definitely have more blasting as it winds up a little bit closer into the mountains here. Get some pretty significant cutouts coming into town. Fairly dramatic 100 or so foot wall of rock on each side of the road, as that's where the train finally came in back in the day. So it's quite the palace entrance into Crown King. Just rolled into Crown King. Crown King's been a great little mining establishment since about 1880, 1890s. This saloon's been here since about 1890, and the general store since the early 1900s. You can get a great burger here, and there's a full bar. Excellent stop.
Our new TB ammo.
That is badass.
We got this during one of our dinner dance auctions. So a lot of the proceeds from that dinner dance auction went to go buying this. It's outfitted for everything transport and medical wise that we could.
How can people support you guys?
They can support us by just donating to the fire department or look up the CKFD auxiliary.
Look at that. And does this go all the way down to like on those trails?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And it actually.
That's badass. Oh, I didn't even see that. Look at that. Holy shit.
Yeah, it floats like an old Cadillac.
That's badass. What? They got these guys over here too. Oh yeah. Wow. That is cool. Look at that. I've seen a 6-wheel drive ambulance. That is cool. Hope we never have to use it, right?
Exactly.
And this is your firehouse?
Yep.
Is this the newest building in town?
What's that?
Is this the newest building in town?
Probably.
That's great. It's wild to come up here and you just see the dirt road, the firehouse, this old general store. I mean, it's so random that you just have this up here in the middle of everything. Here it is in middle of July. You've got people up from here from the valley, UTVs, obviously a big crew coming in over here. You've got folks coming in the back right at Crown King. And if you're desperate and you want to spend $10 for gas, this is your place. Yeah. Now we're gonna hit up the Senator Highway after a quick detour to Horsethief Basin, and then we'll hit up Senator Highway. So about 5 or 6 miles outside of Crown King is Horsethief Basin. This is actually walking on top of the dam that was made in the 1930s by the Civilian Conservation Corps, keeping all this meadow in here. It's all water, obviously. In the 1880s and earlier, this is literally Horsethief Basin because they would bring in the horses here if they stole them. So pretty wild stuff here. Look at that. Wow. Standing on top of the dam here. Over here is who knows how far. Monsoon storms are coming in. Definitely caught the beginning of a monsoon storm there at Horsethief Lake. Gonna pop back to Crown King now, and from there we'll jump on the Senator Highway. I don't know if you can hear it, but we're getting absolutely pummeled by hail right now. Just pummeled. It's 57 degrees outside right now. It was 106 3 hours ago. Monsoon, I'll tell you what, that's some shit right there. The hail is everywhere. What's interesting about Senator Highway is it was really one of the first stage routes in Arizona. It was from 1866 is when they first started Senator Highway. It was largely for from the territorial capital of Prescott down to what's now Phoenix. Of course, there was not much there at the time, probably 5,000 people and some canals. And it was largely there just to kind of go through the only possible way up through the hills, down through Crown King, Cleator, etc., into the Phoenix area. But today it's all recreation out here. We're getting poured on, lots of rain. It's just tremendous. I think the temperature might be 70 degrees now. It's gonna be an interesting trail. We're gonna hit Senator here in just a bit. So up here, we're way up on the ridge now, and you can just looking west, the scenery is amazing. You've got waves and waves of hills, and with these monsoon conditions, you get different storms and different amount of rain out there. It's just really tremendous. We are way up here on the edge of Senator Highway. We're about 10 miles north of Crown King at this point. The mud from the monsoon rain is, I would say, like a mocha frap. caramel macchiato is covering the car right now, but the road is bumpier than I thought. I was gonna think this is more of like a 3. This is a solid 5, I think. Definitely high clearance 4-wheel drive. Do not attempt this on anything south of Forerunner or something more basic than that. I think I may down to 18 or 20 pounds on the tires, and that's doing a treat. since we're coming in from the Crown King side from the south, we hit the rock garden about 6.5, 7 miles in. It's not the most difficult obstacle for a high clearance. I mean, Jeeps, or, you know, it's no big deal. But it's got some, 12, 18-inch rocks, about 150 feet of loose, jagged rocks. I think today's the major challenge was it was slippery. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we've got a couple of washouts here and there. I'll give you a look at one of those right now. What we got going on here today is just a lot of washouts. Look at that. Oh, cross your phone, everybody. You see the video that we got made it through. Made it through. Well, that wasn't so bad. We saw a Tacoma and a Tundra that were quite hung up on there. They had been there for a minute and they thought it would be a good idea to do this trail with some bikes and coolers in the back. So Neil said they had some little bit of carnage in their beds there, but not so bad. I mean, you're gonna get hung up if you're low clearance, but it was a fun little obstacle. Mostly just a little bit of traffic back there. Right now we're back on Senator Highway. We're gonna power through and we'll probably exit at Mayer. It's quite a bit wetter than I thought it would be today, and it's getting dark. It's about 4 o'clock, 4:30 now, and I'd like to be off of this thing by 7. So we're probably 2 hours from the trail over to Mayer. That's still a really good trail, but certainly the fun parts of Senator Highway, we've crossed those through. There's another washout. Oh, watch out, everybody. So the weather has, I guess in a way, cooperated because it's really hot in Phoenix today, and it's down in the 70s up here. In case you think I'm being dramatic about this road, that is a side-by-side CV axle, I think. So it's no joke. Somebody had a bad day. We'll take that to the trash. Looking at the map, we've got 6-7 miles to Palace Station, and just that is just the most rugged, deep desert Arizona. I don't know what that is, sagebrush, ironwood. It's just dense out here. I can't imagine 1860s, 1870s out here stagecoaching this between Prescott and Phoenix or wherever they were going. This is nuts, guys. It is just in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you got to be hungry to walk through that stuff there. Coming up on Palace Station. It's about, I would say, 2 or 3 miles north of the Mayer connection, where Mayer comes into the Mayer Road, comes into the Senator Highway. We're gonna stop in there and check out what is apparently one of the oldest structures in the state, at least certainly in this part of the state. I would say down by Tucson, Old Pueblo is probably one of the older ones, but this is one of the oldest parts in this part of the country too. Certainly of this style, the stagecoach stop. So I tell you what, this is More challenging for duration and amount than the back way to Crown King. People need to drive Senator Highway. It is an absolute riot. It has got all sorts of forgiving obstacles that are just a riot to get through. And the scenery is way better than back way to Crown King. Definitely try out Senator Highway. It's just an all-day thing, and it's totally worth it. This is Palace Station. A cool area here. Some say that Palace Station is one of the most important stops along this Senator Highway. Certainly historically, it feels pretty significant. Kind of like a corral, if you will. And you've got a old flagpole right here. I think the Park Service runs this area now, but you've got a really neat back area here, and imagine it must have had some livestock, right? You've got the portrait view well. Really interesting little place here. Found this guy in the middle of the trail. He's very upset because we drove over him. He's big too. What? Big boy, get out of the road. We're back in the road now and heading to the northern end of the trail. It's easy to look at the distance today and think it isn't that far. It really wasn't mileage-wise. We have four-wheel drive, navigation, good brakes, suspension, and thankfully air conditioning. 106 in Cleator's no joke. I can't imagine travelers stopping at Palace Station back in the day on Stagecoach. You're probably hours and hours from Prescott and probably days from the next stop after that. At this point, the road's starting to improve and we're seeing more homes. Feels like we're gradually leaving the hardest part of the trail behind us. Well, we just hit asphalt. What a great afternoon. I would say it's about 5 hours or so from Crown King to really finish strong at the north side of the trail here. What an adventurous couple of hours. The hailstorm, Horsethief Basin, those switchbacks to the mountains were something. Really rugged stuff. And you're really going through so many different parts of the country. We were going from pine forest to scrub and everything in between. Lots of, I would imagine, river crossings in other parts of the year for sure. But so thanks for hanging with us as we covered Senator Highway in Arizona. Definitely something to look at in the Arizona backcountry. I enjoyed it. I hope you'd add it to your day as well. Hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe.
In half a mile.
Thanks again and take care.
Yeah.